Hey y'all, it's November 5th, which is the third occasion of my second birthday. It was this day, November 5th, 2019, when my stem cells were reintroduced into my body as part of my stem cell transplant process. See, previous to that, my stem cells had been harvested and removed and frozen. And then I'd been bombarded with chemotherapy to attack my multiple myeloma. Unfortunately, multiple myeloma manifests itself within your bones in the bone marrow, and a side effect of that chemotherapy is that my bone marrow was completely destroyed. Hence, I needed the stem cells to be reintroduced into my body. It's at Stanford University, they call it your second birthday. Because the immune system is completely gone. There's no bone marrow whatsoever. There's no even antibody of record within your body. Vaccinations and antibodies that have come through a natural response of your body through illness over time. So it's a complete hard reset of your immune system. Hence, they call it your second birthday. And it's a special day for me. It gives me my second chance at life and extending my life. And I'm very appreciative. An interesting bit interesting bit about the transplant that I don't know if I've shared or not, is that the red blood cell, or excuse me, my stem cells, when they're frozen with a preservative called DMSO. And a lot of you from back in the day may remember DMSO in locker rooms. During the early 80s, a lot of athletes believed it had anti-inflammatory properties and healing properties, and they would use it as a topical ointment. And side effect is really, really bad breath. You come in after a play in a huddle, and people would be breathing, and it's like, man, who's got the death breath? And it'd be the person who had been using the DMSO. So the DMSO is the preservative of which the stem cells are frozen in. When they're reintroduced into the body, it takes seconds, definitely less than a minute, but seconds before odor just starts coming out of the patient's body. When it was mine, it was probably the most popular one that it's referred to, but within seconds of my stem cells cutting back into me, it was this overpowering aroma of tomato soup. I've never been a big fan of tomato soup to begin with, but even if you are, you wouldn't be a fan afterwards. It just reeks. My body was pouring it off. I'll tell you, at Stanford, they say you always know when someone's getting a stem cell back into their body because of this tomato soup smell. You can just walk down the hallway and smell it. It's like, oh, someone's getting stem cells today. I was in the car to get home from the cancer center for probably about 10 minutes a day, maybe a little bit less. But my sister Ruth went out to the car later that night to run a quick errand, and the car still stunk of tomatoes soup. To this day, 3 years later, celebrate my third anniversary. I haven't had tomato soup since, and I'm pretty sure Lori hasn't, my wife, and I'm pretty certain my sister Ruth hasn't had it either. Anyways, I wanted to just give you an update. Feeling good. My doctor thinks we're managing the disease fine. There's no overt sign of the disease in my blood tests. I keep getting a shot of Velcade in my abdomen once every 2 weeks. I take my daily pill of Revlimid, and I work out and try to stay healthy. I've had a goal of walking for 1,000 miles a year since I've had my stem cell transplant, and I did it the first 2 years. And last month, October, a couple of weeks ago, I got the 1,000th mile for this year. So onward, maybe, who knows, maybe 1,200 miles this year. We'll see. Knock on wood. Having a lot of fun. I think a lot of you know that Tom Olinik and I have a book out. It's been a lot of fun collaborating with him on that book, writing it. Now we're having a lot of fun just coming to market. I mean, the last couple of days I've been signing copies of the book and popping them in the mail to people, and that's kind of cool. Makes you feel a little bit like a rock star and all that. Just eternally grateful for all the love and support that continue to be given to me by you all. So thank you so much. Many times I'm asked about, stuff like what can you do for Maria and so forth. And a lot of you have heard this messaging before, but there's 4 things I just want to ask of you as I celebrate my second birthday today. First thing is go see your doctor. My fight with multiple myeloma started with a low red blood cell count and a CBC blood test. I was anemic and trying to find out why I was anemic. Turned out 90% of my bone marrow was cancerous. Despite the fact I didn't have any overt symptoms, I felt great. 90%. An interesting side note on this go see your doctor bit. My oncologist said, hey, Ray, you should probably go to the doctor, all your doctors, and go through screening for secondary cancers based on the chemotherapy you've had. One of those was getting a full body scan at a dermatologist. Next Thursday, I go in to get a little skin cancer patch removed from my back. Just another reminder for all of us, go see your doctor. Number 2 is mitigate your risk factors. And we all know what that is. We don't need a doctor to tell us that. I call them the twos, such as too much and the too littles. You eat too little vegetables, you eat too much red meat, you smoke too much, you drink too much, you exercise too little, etc. Mitigate your risk factors. You already know what they are. Number 3, having a chronic illness is a daunting aspect to face. I'm lucky, fortunate to have Lori by my side. If you know somebody that's going through a tough illness, particularly if they're alone, just reach out to them and ask them how they can help. You might not know what to say, but you're kind of lucky. If you don't know what to say, just start with that. Dude, I don't know what to say, but I care for you. I love you. I want to help as best I can, and I'm hoping you can help me through this difficult conversation, and we can see what that looks like. Number 4, finally, find your health-related concern. The cause that you might have, you'll know when you find it because you will feel it. And so, discover that health-related cause of yours. Donate your time, donate your money, because we're all in this together, and ain't nobody getting out alive. Again, thank you so much for all your love and support. I love you all. Peace and happy 2nd birthday, 3rd time around to me.